Mother Teresa once said, "Yesterday is gone, tomorrow has not come. We have only today. Let us begin." Tree skiing may sound like a death wish, but for some skiers, they love the risk of skiing virgin powder through a forest of aspen or spruce. The key, of course, is not hitting the trees, and that can be tricky. What you focus on in the woods becomes even more important than the deep snow or the drifts. Look at the spaces between the trees, the exits where you hope to be traveling. Or, in the words of extreme ski champions, don't stare at what you don't want to hit. Jesus taught, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you as well." Jesus was really saying that our focus becomes reality. It's that simple. It's a good lesson to learn. What we center our thoughts on defines who we are. Don't stare at what we don't want to hit. Rather, focus on where we want to go, what we can control, and the type of person we want to be. Part of our task during this time period is to identify what we have control over, what we can influence, and act upon those things. Both positive and negative emotions are an integral part of who we are, and we experience a myriad of them daily. Emotions are neither good nor bad, they just are. A baby has 4 at birth. You've probably witnessed them. Sad, glad, mad, fear. They're all linked to survival. They're not to be ignored, nor are they to rule. So how do we respond to them? While at times we may feel like our emotions own us, that is not the case. I think all of us have had those moments or even days when we feel like we're holding a stick and everyone else looks like a piñata. But if we're not controlling our own thoughts, feelings, and emotions, then we're being controlled by the events and the people around us. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and choose how we think, feel, and act. That being said, we must acknowledge our emotional responses over the past few months vary from individual to individual, and they've probably been all over the map and will continue to be. Some common emotions during a time of uncertainty are nervousness, numbness, excitement, anticipation, sadness, fatigue, or maybe even anger. Whenever stress rises, the human brain switches to autopilot and has an inherent tendency to do more of the same. Keep doing what it's doing, only more of it, harder. Consequently, if my emotional response to stress is becoming nervous, fatigued, or angry, then my mind will have a tendency to continue to repeat that response, even if doing so is counterproductive. Our goal is not to avoid or numb our feelings, just to dial them back a bit when they begin to interfere with life functioning, our moral compass, or our relationships. The process really is quite simple and only requires a few minutes. However, those few minutes can have a profound effect, wonderful results. Dr. Marilyn Cloutier, hope I said that right, the founder of skills training in effective and interpersonal regulation, calls this dialing back grounding. And this can be done in one or more of 3 ways. 1, physical grounding. 2, mental grounding. 3, soothing grounding. First, briefly stated, physical grounding requires touch. When the emotions begin to overwhelm, grab anything within reach, now not a person, and focus on it. Without rushing yourself, just ask the questions. What color is it? What shape is it? Is it light or heavy? Does it have writing on it? Does it have any type of smell? Is it cold or hot? Does light reflect off of it? Does it make a sound? When the mind is focused in this manner for a few minutes, the emotional tension can relax and we can reboot, so to speak. Second, Mental grounding occurs with a small but consuming mental challenge. For example, count backwards from 100. Look around the room and find objects that begin with the same letter. Perhaps try to remember all the birth dates of your family members, or starting with kindergarten or first grade, name all the teachers you had in school. Third, and the final method, soothing grounding, involves something that may take a little more time but is often favored. Choose an activity that you find quieting. For example, meditation. And by the way, there are wonderful online programs, including Calm, C-A-L-M, and Headspace. They're all good. But take a few moments, a quiet place if possible, and focus on your breathing. Count slowly to 8 as you inhale, and count slowly to 8 as you exhale. Repeat about 10 times. Perhaps listen to your favorite music. Bake your favorite cookies, but don't eat all of them. Take a quick nap. Look at a book of art. Read a chapter in a book. Take a bubble bath. Paint, sew, knit, walk. Never forget that you own your feelings. You own your thoughts. You control both. No one can take them from you or control them unless you give permission.